to another episode of Heri Mimi's World. Yep, that's it. This is a show where we talk about life, we talk about relationships, we talk about God, and everything in between. Now, girls, you know what we're going to discuss today? The list. Yep, I know you know what I am talking about. The list. I know y'all got one. Don't be looking at me like that. We all got a list. And the list I'm talking about is who you're gonna marry, what you're looking for in a life partner. We all got that list. And guys, don't be looking at us like that. I know you guys got lists too. This one, I have hard evidence that you guys keep lists too. So today I just want to find out, is it bad to have a list? Because most people are just like, why you got them lists, being so unrealistic. And okay, fine, I know sometimes our lists are unrealistic. Like, I think the first time I wrote a list was when I was 17. I just finished high school. And so my eyes were just bright-eyed, and I was just, everything that I have watched. I'm telling you, Disney, y'all. Disney ruined me. I'm just saying it as it is. Disney ruined me.
Oh, Pip! Hang on, honey. I'm gonna... Oh my gosh. It's you.
Yes, it's me. And you are?
Giselle.
Oh, Giselle! We shall be married in the morning. You're the fairest maid I've ever met. You were made
To finish your duet.
and in years to come we'll reminisce how we came to love.
And grew long. Since birth we know love.
My list. Oh, my list was ridiculous at 17. I'm like, he gotta be able to sing, he gotta be this, look like this, eyes this color, green eyes, and tall, and well built, and there was just like a million things. I think my list like had at least 20 things, as in, yeah, that's how long my list was. And over the years, guys are like, yeah, you're so picky, your list is so long, you high maintenance and all that. But I just want to ask, is it bad to have a list? Shouldn't we have lists? I mean, just look at the Bible. The Bible is full of lists, like as in Proverbs 31 is a list, which, by the way, you guys use on us, as women. Oh, why ain't you like the Proverbs 31 woman? That is clearly a list, or Proverbs just itself just has a list. It warns men. Marrying a nagging wife is like staying under a house with a leaking roof. Is that not a list? There is the list, And I'm thinking, everyone has lists for everything else in their lives. If you're gonna buy a new phone, you got a list. Oh, the phone needs to have Bluetooth, it needs to have Wi-Fi, it needs to have, dual SIM, it needs to have this much memory. That is a list. If you go for a job interview, oh, the candidate needs to have an undergrad in this, needs to be fluent in English, needs to have typing skills, computer literacy, a list. So now that everything in the planet has a list, why can't you have a list for somebody who you're going to spend the rest of your life with? Question right there. So here are 3 things that I want to share. 1, you need a list. Girl, you need a list. Guy, you need a list. The list is not evil. All right, you need a list. They say, if you prepare for nothing, you're gonna fail. If you are headed nowhere, then any road will take you there. You need a list. So that, what are you expecting? What are you looking for? It's like saying, I just want to buy a phone. What kind of phone? I have no idea. Do you want Nokia, Samsung, Blackberry? I don't know. Does it need Wi-Fi, internet, Bluetooth? I don't know. And then when somebody brings you a phone, you're like, this is not what I wanted, but did you have a list? Did you give any specifications? No, you didn't do anything. So you take, you take what you get. So you need a list. And here's why I say you need a list, because everyone is different. So you need things that, okay, like if you're a Christian, then clearly number one on your list should be this person fears God. That should be on your list. Fears God, loves to serve in church. Maybe I'd like somebody who is taller than me. I'd like somebody who can crack a good joke, have a good time. There's some things, you gotta have a list. There's nothing evil with having a list. The only thing is that be realistic with your list. Sometimes we just go overboard. Oh, I need somebody who's gone to the gym, somebody who looks like this, somebody who's basically your list is you need a Dwayne Johnson. You want to marry The Rock. Who doesn't? But he already taken. So just be realistic with your list. There's nothing wrong with the list, but just be realistic with your list. Point number 2, your list must have non-negotiables. There are some things on your list which we are negotiating. We are negotiating with terrorists. That. Yes. There are some things that are non-negotiable because they are your core values, they're your core principles, just like you yourself. There's some things that you don't negotiate with, like even a job. If you're applying for a job as a secretary somewhere, there are some non-negotiables. If you cannot type a letter, you cannot type an email, why am I hiring you as a secretary? Really? At least be able to do that. Then now maybe if you have a challenge with PowerPoint or you have a challenge with something else, you can learn on the job, but you gotta know the basics. It's just like saying, oh, I want to work in Google, I want to be be an IT expert. But you do not know the first thing about a computer. Abacus, you have no idea what that is. You have no idea about Charles Babbage and computers and RAM. And, when you hear about RAM, you're just like, hey, we're talking about animals. Random access memory, my friend, eh? So as in basics. So just like that, you need some basic non-negotiables on your list. And let me go back. If you're a Christian, you're a guy or a girl, you're a Christian, I think one of the non-negotiables should be, dude gotta love Christ with all his heart, his soul, his strength, and mind. That's it. That should be a non-negotiable, because it's something that you're not willing to compromise on because it is dear to you, it is core to you. Just like some other non-negotiables might be, okay, so I need a guy who is respectful. If he doesn't respect others, he's not going to respect me. How do I spend the rest of my life with somebody who's disrespectful? Or maybe he's got to be honest, or kind, or, somebody who is not proud. Because, it can be, you're going to spend the rest of your life with somebody who's proud and arrogant. Good luck to you. So, 1, you have to have a list. It's not bad to have a list. 2, make sure that you have non-negotiables. Point number 3. Just know that your list may evolve. All right. Like I was saying, I had a list at 17. That list done got like 20 things. I think there were like 20 things on that list. It was ridiculous. Gotta have green eyes. Just weird things. As in, thank you, Disney. As in, I don't know if I was expecting Prince Eric or Prince Andrew from those Disney cartoons. I have no idea. But that's what happens when you watch Disney for over 20 years.
All right, listen, I didn't want to have to do this, but you leave me no choice. Here comes the smolder.
But the point is, my list has evolved. What was on my list at 17? So right now, I'm like at 33. Right now, I'm just like, okay, that wasn't so important. As in, yeah, okay, that one doesn't really matter. Those ones were negotiables, Stuff like, oh, the color of your eyes. That is so negotiable, as in, you're not going to marry somebody with a good, because they don't have the wrong color of eyes, really. So as in, some things you can let go of those ones. The older you grow, the more you realize, okay, this is not really a deal breaker. So what if you can't sing? I can sing. I'll do karaoke on my own, as in, so what? Some things don't really matter, like if some of your things you just sticking like, no, I'm gonna marry a guy with a full head of hair. I just got two words for y'all. Prince William. I mean, there's just before and there's after. I ain't even gonna say anything else. I mean, Prince William, that is evidence there. Do not trust somebody. I mean, just like things happen, yo. Things happen. So just prepare for your list to evolve. And it's fine for it to evolve because you are evolving as an individual. So some of the things that were so important to me at 17, right now I'm just like, okay, those things don't really matter. At the end of the day, does the guy love God with all his heart? Yes. Is he respectful? Is he kind? Is he considerate? Does he treat me well? Okay, So something should not be written in stone. You are going to evolve, so allow your list to evolve too. Otherwise, well, that's why sometimes there's a lot of disappointment because you'll find that maybe your list is even shaped by society and what you watch on TV. The music videos and the cartoons and the movies and the soap operas and the novels we read. There's a lot in our brain, and what we don't realize is it really shapes our opinion. I mean, years of watching and listening to that stuff, it can shape your opinion and then set us up for failure. So ask God to give you wisdom to just, God, help me write my list. Even if you're a guy. I mean, hey, I met this guy once and he said one of his non-negotiables was, yeah, girl, you gotta have hair. I mean, you just gotta have long hair, as in, And that time when I was talking to him, I'd cut my hair. As in, it was shorter than it is right now. So I was just like, right now, like if you would not consider dating me because I have short hair. I was like, no, that's different. I know your hair is going to grow back. Until you have no possibility of growing your hair. X. I was just like, what? Hair. So, just like I'm saying, guys got lists too. Them men got lists too. So, have your list, but just be wise with the list and make sure that your non-negotiables are the things that are dear to your heart. They're principles, All right, so that is all I have for you today on Harry Mimi's World. Share some of the things that are on your list. You got a list? I know you got a list. So please feel free in the comments below to share some things that are on your list. All right, have a nice day. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment, like, share this video, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting on. Feel free to hit that like button and notification bell. Press the notification bell so that whenever there's a new video up, you'll be the first to know. Bye.